Hello everybody! So did you just notice that I did not start my video with the usual, hey guys, it's Liv again. I'm finding different ways to start my video, but today's video is a really exciting video. Well, aren't all my videos exciting? But it is a tag video. And I know you're thinking, another tag? But this is not just an ordinary tag video where I just sit down and answer questions. I feel like this video can be super helpful in so many different ways. And it's the I love drugstore makeup tag, and I do love drugstore makeup. If you haven't noticed already, I love makeup in general. So this tag was made for me, and I can't believe I waited this long to film this video. I was kind of hesitant on doing this tag because I feel like I have so many videos of me talking about my favorite drugstore products that I didn't want to be repetitive. Then when I saw it was super requested, I'm like, you know what? I am filming this video because I feel like this can act as like a drugstore makeup starter kit for those who are starting out with makeup or those who just want to expand their makeup collection with some more drugstore products. You can see what I like, what I don't like. Before I sat down, I had fun going through my makeup collection, picking out all of my favorite drugstore makeup. My vanity is a mess right now, so I have some extreme cleaning to do after I film this video. So I can't contain myself. I am super excited to answer these questions and talk about makeup. It's really pathetic that I get this excited over makeup, but whatever. That is a hard question. I hate these kind of questions because I don't have a favorite brand. In my collection, I have so many makeup brands, but if I had to choose, it would be Revlon. They are an all-around brand. They're very consistent with all their products. I'm really happy with all of their items. I feel like I'm hurting my makeup's feelings. Maybe my L'Oreal and Maybelline and CoverGirl products are crying because I just said Revlon was my favorite brand. I don't know. I'm like crazy right now. So another hard question, because it has that word favorite in it, because I don't have like favorite items. Like when I run out of a foundation or eyeliner, I don't repurchase the same foundation or product. I like to buy like a new item from a different brand or a different color or a different formula because I like to test out every makeup item there is in the drugstore. But I guess one of my favorite face items right now is my Revlon Color Stay Whipped Foundation. I actually repurchased this. I ran out of this foundation because I used it in the summer and then I needed to get a lighter shade because I'm not as tan as I was in the summer. So considering that I repurchased this, I guess this has to be a favorite because I love this foundation so much. I love how it claims to stay on for 24 hours. Even though I don't wear my makeup for that long, it's nice knowing that I'm wearing a foundation that will stay on for a long time. I really like the formula. It doesn't feel heavy, but you just need a little bit to go a long way and it covers everything. I don't really wear a lot of cheek products. Like I'm not really into blush. Like that's something that I have to like really get into because I like the way it looks, but sometimes I just totally forget to apply blush. But one of my favorite face cheek products that I love to wear is bronzer. So my lovely bronzer that I was just going to talk highly about just cracked and is now just making a mess on my chair and on my leggings. Do you want to see? Oh yeah, cracked e.l.f. bronzer on my chair, on my leggings. I better clean this up before it makes even more of a mess. So I have been using my e.l.f. bronzer for quite a long time now. I just kind of stopped using it now because I found some more bronzers, because I wouldn't say this is like my all-time favorite bronzer because there are so many bronzers out there that I haven't tried. So you can see that I hit pan. I hit a lot of pan in the center, but then when I just opened it right now, a big chunk of this part just fell, so that's why there's a lot of pan showing. But I just like how there are 4 colors to get like a nice color that will warm up your complexion. It's not too sparkly or shimmery, which is good. You just want like a even amount of some sparkle because you don't want to look like a disco ball. Favorite lip item of mine is my Revlon lip butters. I just love these things so much, and you guys know that already. I feel like it's really easy for me to talk about my least favorite products because I have tried out a lot of drugstore makeup. I haven't tried out everything. So I have some of my least favorite products right here. And the first least favorite product of mine is actually ironic because it's by Revlon and I just raved about the brand. But this shows that a lot of makeup brands can be hit or miss. And these are the Revlon cream eyeshadows. And I love cream eyeshadows. So I was extremely excited to see that Revlon had cream eyeshadows. I liked how you got 4 colors, and these colors are all in the same color family, and they would look great together. When I first saw them, I was like, you know what, these are gonna be the best things ever. And then when I applied them, They are so difficult. It would be sheer like in one part, then clumpy in the other part, and then the worst part about them is they crease, even if you apply primer before or apply an eyeshadow on top of it. So then I'm not a big fan of my CoverGirl eyeshadows. I'm not a really big fan of CoverGirl eyeshadows like in general. I know that they released like a new formula. I haven't tried it yet because I just have had bad luck. They look so beautiful in the packaging, but then when you swatch it and then when you apply them, they just are very chalky. You just get like a little bit of sparkle. I don't really like these. So I have to admit, a lot of drugstore makeup brands have gone up in prices, but there are still a lot of makeup bargains out there. When I think of a cheaper makeup brand but has still amazing like quality, I automatically think of the brand Wet n Wild and e.l.f. And I really do like the e.l.f. brand, but it can be hard to find. I do have a lot of Wet n Wild items. Their products are not just cheap, but they have great formula. I just rave about these Wet n Wild trios and then their eyeshadow palettes because they are just super pigmented. I have a Wet n Wild palette. This is Blue Had Me at Hello, and these are only like $4, and you get 8 eyeshadows. I know that they have more like neutral colors. I just love these trios. I have about like 4 or 5 of them, and one of my favorite is Walking on Eggshells. This is a must-have because you get a nice champagne-y color, a taupey color, and then a nice brow bone highlight color. Oh, I also love their nail polishes. I am looking at my nail polish collection right here, and I have a lot of Wet n Wild. Favorite underdog product. When I hear the word underdog, I just immediately, in my head, I'm singing the song, Who Let the Dogs Out? I don't know why. I have that song stuck in my head now. Great. This was hard because I couldn't think of something, because when I do buy like makeup, I do a lot of research on it. So when I see like a beauty guru rave about a drugstore product, I go to the store and buy it and I see how I like it. So a lot of my items like people love and it's well known, but one of my favorite products that I feel like nobody knows or nobody has, because when I bought this I went on YouTube to see like if I could find any tutorials using this palette. Really didn't find too many, so that's why I did a tutorial using this palette, and it's the e.l.f. Eyes, Lips, and Face something. There's like no sticker on it, but it's this neutral palette. I got this at Target, or even Urban Outfitters sells this, and I think it was only $5. I believe it was $5. And you get all of these neutral eyeshadows. I think you get 30 of them. I'm too lazy to count. My brain hurts from talking too much about makeup. I just think this is great for school or for the daytime and just for anybody. I did a tutorial with this, my middle school makeup tutorial for back to school. So if you haven't watched that already, watch it to see how I use this palette. I feel like foundations are the most expensive products in the drugstore. Foundation that is really expensive, and it's like $15 at CVS. Then it's only like $10 at Walgreens, so it depends where you buy it. But it's the CoverGirl Natural Luxe Foundation, and I have a hit or miss with this foundation. Some days I like it, some days I'm just like, ew. Favorite question of this tag, drugstore dupes. I was surprised that I did find a lot of things in my collection, so I don't want to mention everything because I want to do a separate video on my drugstore dupes because I feel like that would be extremely helpful. The first dupe that I have is kind of obvious. I feel like everybody knows about this, but in my love of my life, my Naked palette, the color Sin is such a pretty champagne-y color that I love to use as my lid, and I just love these kind of colors. And a good dupe for this, if you don't have the Naked palette or if you just want a dupe for the color Sin, is in my Walking on Eggshell Trio by Wet n Wild, and the eyelid color, this champagne-y color right here, is the exact same thing as Sin. I mean, they might be a little bit different, but I couldn't tell, so I will definitely insert a swatch right here. And then another product that I love and that I use like every single day is my MAC Paint Pot in Bare Study. And this is such a pretty champagne-y color. Something that's very similar is the Maybelline Color Tattoo eyeshadow in the color Barely Beige. And this was limited edition, but this color and Bare Study is just very similar. And it's just that nice champagne-y golden eyeshadow base. Like, it's really hard to describe because in some lights it looks champagne-y, other lights it has some gold. This Maybelline Eye Studio Quad in the color Olive Martini, which is also limited edition, but this color right here is the exact dupe of MAC eyeshadow in the color Club. I don't have that MAC eyeshadow, but now that I have this color, I don't really need that MAC shadow. But this is so similar. It's like that duochrome brown blue color. So if you want MAC Club, I would suggest this palette instead because this is a lot cheaper. And if you have this palette, you don't really need the MAC eyeshadow in Club because they are very similar. Last question. This video is getting super long. Product that I'm not really impressed with. I had such high hopes for. I mentioned in my products I regret buying video, and it's the Physicians Formula Nude Palette. I thought this was going to be a substitute for my Urban Decay Naked palette, even though nothing can replace that palette. So I had a lot of hopes for this, and it has such pretty neutral eyeshadows. To me, the formula is not that great. The pigmentation of these colors aren't really good, but I don't know, I'm not really happy. I mean, the packaging is cute, but the eyeshadows, not so much. So that is it for the I Love Drugstore Makeup Tag. This was such a fun tag to do, so I tag all of you guys. If you did do this video, feel free to leave it as a video response. I would love to watch it. If you have any other video requests, please let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to tweet me any questions you want me to answer in an upcoming question and answer video. I hope to film that very soon, so tweet me any questions. I can't wait to answer those. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next video. Bye!